What happened to Britain? Once the beating heart of a global empire, now a country where even its own citizens are asking whether it's worth staying. From unaffordable housing to economic stagnation, brain drain, and millionaires and billionaires fleeing, leaving. The UK feels broken, but how did we get here? And why is everyone rushing for the exit? By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why Britain has so many problems and the solutions from an investor's point of view. Chapter 1, From Empire to Empty Promises. Britain's decline isn't just about economics, it's symbolic. Recently, the UK even gave up sovereignty of the British Indian Ocean territory. A tiny speck on the map, it may be just 21 square miles of sand and sea, but it marks something bigger. The sun really is setting on the British Empire. Once, Britain was a global leader. Just 20 years ago, it was among the fastest growing major economies. But today, it's stuck in neutral. Why? Because the problems holding it back aren't small mistakes. They're baked into the system. Over-financialisation, privatisation gone wrong, wealth hoarded at the top, and a complete failure to invest in ordinary people. What about you? Why do you think our country has so many problems? Chapter 2, London, the shiny illusion. On paper, London looks unstoppable. It's one of the richest cities in the world, with a GDP rivaling entire countries like Switzerland. It's the second biggest financial hub on earth, just behind New York. But here's the thing, New York thrives by financing world-leading companies. London, it survives by catering to the ultra-rich. Instead of fueling innovation, London has become a one-stop shop for billionaires, offering tax savings, luxury property and services to shuffle wealth around the globe. It's not about creating prosperity, it's about protecting money. Often money that's, let's say, not so clean. As always, nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice, and the full disclaimer can be found below in the description. Chapter 3, The rest of the country left behind. All this comes at a cost. London thrives, but the rest of the UK is left behind. Industries outside finance, manufacturing, energy, even tech have withered. The lack of innovation in the UK really worries me, but I'll go more into that towards the end. Housing has become a playground for global investors, pricing out ordinary Brits. Wages stagnate while costs rise. Public services from the NHS to railways crumble under chronic underfunding. And while London parties with billionaires, young professionals and skilled workers, the very people who could rebuild the country, are moving abroad. This is why the brain drain is real. And it's not just ordinary workers. Even the wealthy are leaving. What about you? Do you sometimes find yourself dreaming of leaving the UK? Personally, I do, but I couldn't for various reasons. Chapter 4, The Billionaire Exodus. Ironically, the same billionaires Britain bent over backwards to attract are now running for the door. Just last year, John Fredrickson, one of the UK's richest residents, packed up and left, calling Britain gone to hell. And he's not alone. Reports show the UK is now losing more millionaires than China, a country with 13 times the population. Where are they going? Well, mostly to Dubai and the UAE, where the taxes are lower and the perks are just as good. Britain sold itself cheap to attract global elites. But here's the brutal truth. If someone comes for the perks, they'll leave the moment those perks dry up. Chapter 5, A Country in Crisis. So does it even matter if the rich leave? After all, they weren't paying their fair share anyway. But the damage is bigger than it actually looks. When they go, they take their money. And with it, jobs, tax revenue, and even demand for services. The entire financial sector, one of the last working parts of Britain's economy, begins to shrink. And because so much of the country depends on London's finance machine, everyone else feels the pain. Meanwhile, the government is trapped. Public debt is sky high, borrowing costs are rising, political courage is at rock bottom. And every hard decision, from reforming housing to rebalancing the economy, is kicked further down the road. That's what every government does. This is me being very, very kind to the current UK government, by the way, and I'll leave that there, because this isn't a channel for me to air my political views. Chapter 6, Why People Want to Leave. And here's where it gets personal. For ordinary Brits, life has become a grind. Housing is unaffordable. Public transport is unreliable. Taxes are too high, yet services are failing. Opportunities feel scarce. No wonder surveys show record numbers of young people, the very future of the country, say they want to leave. Whether it's for higher pay in Australia, better quality of life in Canada, or simply cheaper housing in Europe, people are voting with their feet. Chapter 7, The Solution. For what it's worth, this is what I would do, based on 24 years of investing experience. I know the education system is broken. The financial system is broken, and the government needs to change big time. And not just this government, every government. They all let us down, in my humble opinion. Now, I'm not an expert on any of this, but I do know a few things that will help this country. Education and a shift in our attitude towards investing. Countries that encourage investment and innovation are thriving. Look at Dubai, Singapore and the US, while the UK just gets left behind. We are a nation of savers. Instead, we should all be encouraged to invest, because this is how you build wealth. And if you do that, you can become financially independent, not relying on that state pension, for example. We should be investing in technology like AI and blockchain technology to move with the times. We should encourage people to start businesses, and we should improve our tax system so it doesn't drive people away. It is bad at the moment, but we can turn it around, in my opinion. Summary. So, why is the UK broken? Because it built an economy designed for billionaires, not for its people. It sold out its industries, its housing, even its currency, and in return it got a temporary boom. That's now collapsing. Britain tried to play the game of having the cheapest tax haven for the global elite, but that's a race to the bottom. And now both the rich and the talented are leaving, while ordinary citizens are left picking up the bill. I do feel like the people who put the most in get shafted the most. But the positive side of me says that the UK will sort its act out. And with this channel, my aim is to help people with my investing experience. So if you want to learn how to invest, see below for 5 videos that will help you step by step so you can invest, build wealth, and if you put the work in and invest for long periods, you can retire early.